All righty, let's welcome in Dan Dibley, Mark Willard. It is the crossover.
Yeah.
Gentlemen,
what's up, baby?
My guys.
I'll start the show like I started our show. I hate when the Niners don't play on a Sunday. I really do.
It is different, but it gives you an opportunity to go a couple different directions. A, you can red zone it and learn about how good of a coach Kyle Shanahan is by watching all of the buffoonery that happens around the league.
That was my
God.
answer.
Or you could, I don't know, talk to your family. Instead of doing red zone at 10 a.m., I was in Sunnyvale, actually Morgan Hill, watching my daughter playing a soccer tournament.
That's awesome.
Oh my God.
Did she score?
She did not, but they won 3-0.
There you go.
She had
That's
some
all that
looks.
matters.
She had some looks. They're passing the ball really well. I was proud of them. And so, yeah, it's an opportunity. You just, take it.
I got a little problem with Morgan Hill.
What's the problem with Morgan Hill?
This guy.
You think you're out of it. You think you're out of the traffic, but you're not.
You're never out.
You're not even close.
They keep pulling me back in.
Morgan Hill
You know
is
you know what you need?
parking lot.
Do you know what you need?
Yes.
I'm not saying you should do this.
Okay.
But if you want to cure your ills, your hatred of traffic,
Move.
just
Oh, boy.
well, no.
Shout out
but,
Ludacris.
But not the way you think. You think I mean move to the middle of nowhere. I say backwards. Go live in L.A. for 2 years.
Okay.
Since I have come back home, traffic has not bothered me one time. Not
There's
once.
no way, Will.
Because it is adorable, the traffic here compared to there. It is, and I mean it.
I see video.
It's adorable, the traffic here compared to there.
You feel better?
No, this is what he said about the Sacramento Kings, and he was
And
disingenuous.
I was right.
So condescending.
And they lost in
It's-
Game 7 on their own floor, didn't they?
The condescension
It was
is
so
real.
The beam did not get lit. It didn't get lit, did it?
It got lit in here. We had our
Yes,
own
it
beam.
did. We lit our
that
beam.
was
The beam
great.
got lit. Yeah. And that's how New York looks at LA, by the way, in terms of adorable traffic.
Completely. You've
And
sat
it's-
in that.
yes,
oh
I
my
have.
Gosh, that's,
and if you want to go to like other cities around the world, I'm sure they look at New York the same way. It's all trickle down trafficonomics.
Totally. And I've told you this story a bunch of times when I went to do the minor league baseball up in Idaho for 2 summers. And they hate, this is all the way back in 98, 99, but they were already, they hated California. Not for political reasons. It was like, stop moving here.
man.
Stop moving here. Stop moving here. And I'm like, why? And then, like, one of the things they bring up, the traffic. I'm like, that's not traffic. That's another car. You're not hitting the brakes. So, relax. It's okay.
I understand road rage. I don't agree with it, but it's true. Dude, you got somewhere to
Sure.
get, and you're like, damn it.
Yep.
Yeah, no doubt. So I approached yesterday in terms of kind of what Mark was saying, and as I was going through the red zone, and then I actually went out to the stadium pub in Walnut Creek, a little mini run from your boy.
I like that spot.
You were golfing. You were out of town. He was in Morgan Hill. It was a solo venture right next to Buon Vino, and you get there at in the fourth quarter of all the games going on, and there was a group of Jets fans over my right shoulder, about 6 or 7 guys, and they are
miserable.
well, they're miserable. They're going through it. And then the last play where it's the Hail Mary and it's tip and it's tip.
He could have caught
And he
that.
could have caught it. You've never seen 7 48-year-old white guys get so
man.
upset in your life. And then at the end of it, you realize, you poor schlubs, you're Jets fans. You've got nothing.
Did you bring up Kirk Cousins' name? Did you bring it up?
No.
Because it's headed that way, Will.
Mark, I found my spot at the bar,
Yeah.
and I sat there quietly, didn't want to draw any attention, and I just was going about my business. But these poor Jets fans, and they're going on and on. Oh, he could have caught it. He could have this. He could have that. And I'm thinking,
Coulda what?
even if he would have caught that,
So what?
you got nothing, guys.
No,
you got no QB.
He's the worst QB starting in the league right now, bar none.
We can get into that.
I think he is, and I know
Justin
Steiny-
Fields, my
Justin
God,
Fields,
coach.
his
he
mind.
doesn't want to throw the football.
He's clearly he's knob
I
locked.
feel bad.
You guys
for
know,
Justin
if
Fields.
you've been a sports fan for a while,
Yeah.
he's got the yips. Justin's got the yips. I'm not saying he's going to be good, but he's had some games in the league.
Flashes last year, about 3-4 weeks.
Zach Wilson's not an NFL player, and Steiny, with your love for the Vikings and Kirk Cousins, When Kyle Rudolph brought this up to me last week, it was almost kind of like a joke. Yeah. Drop that. Yeah. Well, we're partners, but anyway, he brought it up, and it was almost like tongue in cheek, like, boy, this would be wild but it'll never happen. And then another week goes by, and now I'm like, why not? Which team is not helped by Kirk Cousins to the Jets for next year's first-round draft pick?
Well, they can't trade next year's first-round draft pick because next year's first-round pick is tied up in the Rodgers deal.
It's tied up, except for, obviously, it is still going to be there, so you could work around it in a number of ways.
You can't trade it now until after he doesn't play 65% of the snaps.
So I got another name for you.
That pick is blocked.
It is. But, whether it's then do a 2025 first-rounder or do next year's second-rounder, which I guess is technically also blocked because that is what is going to be the Rodgers pick. But
exactly.
Whatever you need to do to get on the phone and save your season, and at 0-3.
What would that message was send to Justin Jefferson?
Well,
who we know is like the young T.O.
You want to know what the message is? Message is we're about to pay you. We're about to pay. We are about to break this bank for you, and that's why we're not keeping Kirk. They're not going to be able to afford them both.
Would they be interested in Tannehill? Because I believe you could get him
before stinks.
Minnesota?
Yeah, before you could get Cousins.
I mean, you know who?
The Jets, he's saying. The Jets
can get Tannehill before they can get Cousins.
I don't think that changes their year. That doesn't get any
Why
better.
is our guy so bad? He's like a little kid. He just don't have forget the ball aspect. His mannerisms are just Bobby Brady-ish. Like,
who's this?
Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
Like, I'm rooting. You ain't a bad guy. You just are. You look like a pipsqueak, and then what happened last year?
He can't play.
I don't think you get back from that.
Isn't he the one, like, that people like the most?
Me and Dibs were, I'm sorry to throw you under the bus. I loved him going down to
BYU. Back at the draft?
Yeah. I loved him, Steiny.
Trevor Lawrence felt like the fait accompli #1, and then after that, people were like, Zach is the one who bolted up during the season.
He can throw the rock.
Well, they all can throw the rock. That's like going to a long drive competition and being like, why aren't you on the PGA Tour?
Boy.
You can hit it 400 yards. Cool. Can you golf? Like, great. He's got an arm. He's got legs, too. But he can't play in the NFL.
I do think that if you're an NFL fan, you're saying, get Kirk Cousins to a contender. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
The Jets are perfect. It's perfect. You can save the season, and then he's only signed through the rest of the year, so you can go back to Aaron next year, and then Kirk has a way to showcase himself. The Vikings will lose more games this way, which will help them get one of these kids out of the Pac-12 next year.
And I'm rooting for Saleh.
You know what I mean?
He tells a reporter when he just don't want to give them the answer that we all know. You still believe in him? Yes. Robert, no, you don't.
What are you supposed to say?
I understand.
Wouldn't that be amazing? He's like,
comment.
No, I don't believe in him.
Well, it's like Dunleavy on Jordan Poole, like Mark said last week. Dunleavy's like, he's a good young player, and he's under contract, and then like 14 minutes later, he's on his way to Washington.
I'm like Jordan's here.
Garrett Wilson is going to lose his cookies. I'm surprised we haven't seen, only because he's so young, and we don't really know him yet off the field, but dude, a Keyshawn-type press conference, bang the table. My God. This guy is, I think from a talent perspective, this is a top 5 young receiver in the NFL. Yeah. And I don't think he's going to cross 70 yards in a game all year long.
Who?
Garrett Wilson.
Gotcha.
Stud for the Jets.
Stud, who is now in jail for the rest of the year. Unless they can get somebody else in there throwing the ball.
I got a new, if you guys don't mind, infatuation, a team that I'm infatuated with. And all I can think about is they're not destined to play, but I want them to play ASAP. They played last year, and Tua had the worst. It's Miami. Mm-hmm. And Mike McDaniel against Kyle, who I can vividly remember that game where Dolphin receivers were running open. Tua, I think some head stuff was going on. That was the start. Like, dude, you're missing. They're open. But I don't know who to give credit to. Kyle is the byproduct of McDaniel, or McDaniel the byproduct of Kyle. Whatever it is, those two offenses, just incredible. I don't know what the Dolphins are doing pre-snap, and that excites me.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
We talked about this as a possible, like, in terms of dream Super Bowl matchups.
Super Bowl matchup would be
Oh,
great.
my God.
Yeah,
I already got my dream halftime show. Shout out Usher.
Usher.
My son Quest and I
Usher.
talked
Big
about
Usher
this.
guy?
Big Usher guy. We talked about it about 5 months ago, Quest and I, and we agreed that we were going to speak it into existence. So
you're going.
no, I'm not going, but he might go.
Oh.
My son might go.
Okay.
But
We'd probably find tickets for face value
Yeah,
the
there
night
you
before
go.
the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
but
you're such a hater. I mean,
Anyway, just call his,
yeah,
his
my son went to
person.
Taylor Swift and Beyonce both on last minute tickets because he knows how to. He knows a gal who knows a person. So.
But the best part is, if I know your son, he paid for himself.
He did, of course.
Of course.
He's a grown man, dude.
Hey, Dad, need a couple $100 for.
I did hook him up with SZA tickets at Chase, but that was kind of a
SZA.
special little thing because your boys. He's like, Dad, these tickets are like $250 a piece. I said, son, let me use my superpower.
Okay, right.
Let me make a call. I know a guy, got him SZA
That's
tickets,
dope.
but he went to Beyonce, Taylor Swift, and all the rest. But he and I talked about Usher. But in terms of Super Bowl matchups, Mark and I were just talking. Niners, Miami.
Oh, my God.
I mean, Kyle against his former
Well,
protege.
imagine 2 weeks of McDaniel in front of the microphone at a Super Bowl.
Is he
Sign me up for that. That dude is an absolute nut job, and I love every piece of it.
We're gonna hang
But they can't
70 on
play in bad
Kyle.
weather.
You know?
What about that? I'm not going to kick the field goal. I didn't want to run it up. Coach, you got 70. The damage is
But
done.
they didn't run it up.
But they did, yeah. And by the way,
That was
they
a quiet
also
70.
It wasn't- yeah, it kind of was.
Man, come on.
I turned it off, and I was like, "Wait, is my internet like
Just
accident?
add to
70?
3.
Yeah, but
Mostert got 100
normally, yeah,
points
thank
for
you.
it.
Yeah,
I
good
beat
job.
Willard.
That
I'm
was
winning.
fun. That was fun. I played Mostert in 2 different leagues.
Oh, yeah. Nobody cares about those leagues.
Those were
Guru
else.
beat you up.
Yeah, he did. He crushed me.
Steiny was a loss, too. Oh,
not yet.
I don't care about
Not yet.
I don't care about
Well,
fantasy.
hey, Dibs, hold on. You're listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ FM, and HD1 San Francisco, always live on the free Odyssey app, Twitch and YouTube, powered by First NorCal Credit Union. I haven't lost yet. Well,
that's
Well,
what
actually,
he's holding up
okay,
to.
then
What do
neither
you-
have I.
give it to
Neither
him.
have I.
What does he need?
I still got a 2%
70.
chance.
Oh, there you go.
I
have a
listen.
1%.
That
Puka
probability.
Nakua, if he catches
That's
28
bothering
balls
me.
tonight,
Look at you.
if he and he might,
That's a lot of balls.
if he might, yeah, I'm only down by 35, and I got Puka Nakua just because you have 2 more players. Also, let's just
geez,
ignore
yeah.
that
Yeah.
because maybe
Philly defense.
both of them are going to have a stomach bug or something in pregame. This thing's not over
But
yet.
this dude, I love him when it's going his way.
Oh, it's
week.
so good.
Fantasy, I know how to draft. Now it's like bah humbug, but I love you.
Save it.
I heard it on the drive in, and I couldn't wait to get here for that very reason.
if you score 70, not that I don't even know if I've experienced that. I don't remember the last time it happened, but if you score 70 in the NFL, there should be some weird stuff that happens. You should block a kick, and then there should be a couple of pick sixes. It was just their offense.
Is this karma for Sean Payton? What he said about Hackett and the hatchet job that he did? Is this
I don't
what
think it's
is
karma.
Because this Russell don't play D. All the
mean-
people want to blame Russell. Hey,
Well,
70. Denver didn't want to tackle.
yeah, no. It's more on the defense than the offense, but let's not act like the offense is okay. And that is like if you keep going 3 and out, if you don't, the field position game. Hell, Miami gift wrapped. Didn't they go for it at 4th down at their own 25?
Yes.
They
and didn't get it.
Yeah.
And it still ended up with beating you by 50?
yeah.
Man.
It's crazy.
I don't like that from the NFL.
I teased the Broncos up to plus 49.5. I can't believe I lost.
Man, that hurts.
Unbelievable.
The old
I'm
40-point
kidding.
teaser. Yeah, the dreaded 40-point teaser.
Insanity.
I think Miami's a problem, and Mark and I are going to get into this into greater detail, but the one thing about the NFL is, and this is where we're going to do a little bit of a Kyle Shanahan appreciation show.
Okay.
And my overarching take is they have a team that knows what they want to do, and they have the personnel to do it, and they go out there and they do it. Miami's got the 3 fastest guys, maybe in America.
Wow.
And, McDaniel spreads them out, and he tries to have their quarterback find them and gets them the ball, and they're so fast. They're faster than you are,
Man.
and they will score. And there are like 4 or 5 teams in the NFL that know what they want to do and do it. And I see you're wearing the star today.
They're not one of them.
They're not
I
one of
told you
them.
that. Okay.
Their defense is nasty, but they don't have the kind of an offense to win 12-11. Their offense is a mess.
And
so
the red zone thing is it's embarrassing because
Right.
McCarthy doesn't trust Dak. and it's apparent, but they don't want to say it. It's just awful. You ain't. This could get
It's
ugly
bad.
in 2 weeks against the
I look at the
Niners.
Chiefs. I look at the Bills.
No, Willard,
Thank you, Mark. See, you see.
But he thinks I'm doing reverse demo.
No, we're not.
Well, here's the thing.
They played a horrible game yesterday. They're also, to me, there's absolutely an emotional toll to losing one of your best players on a Thursday.
You going there?
Absolutely. The Cowboys are not. We're not burying the Cowboys. They're not done.
Willard,
they're 2-1. They lost a football game.
This.
Everybody has disappointing weeks. The Niners
doubt.
are not going 17-0.
I'm a real quick, Willard. I would hope you're looking at me with the star on my chest, knowing this ain't got nothing to do with what I saw yesterday.
Oh, God.
This is before.
No, I know that.
This is 2-6 against the Jets in a win.
And that's fine.
This is McCarthy is outdated and the quarterback can't read.
And you may well be right. Like, I don't think their offenses look that good this year, even when they win. Like those two, you beat the two New York teams.
Right.
One of the games got going.
And
there
your
was a
defense damn near beat them. Okay.
Snowball effect against the Giants, and the Jets are, as we said, not a functional NFL team right now.
Oh, my gosh.
So I'm not saying the Cowboys are great, but you go on you lose one of your best players for the season, gut punch, get on a plane, go on the road, overlook an opponent, whatever.
You got a $40 million quarterback, and you're in
Yes.
the red zone 8 times.
That was a home game,
Why
kid.
can't you get in, Willard?
They're
A home game.
3 weeks in a row.
They're
I know why.
they're
Your
a
quarterback
playoff team.
stinks is
And
why.
that's
Yes,
Your
they're
quarterback stinks.
still a playoff team, and they're still probably going to get beat in the playoffs. Okay. Yeah, I agree with you.
No
I agree
progress.
with you.
They're a red zone disaster is what they are.
They're still one of the top 5 teams in the NFC, without question.
Well, I mean,
Without question.
that's like
I know. I know.
that's like my dad winning a contest for the ugliest student at College of Marin.
Oh, come on.
No, it's a fact. He won like $20, and I still have the picture.
That's worth $20.
Glasses on, tongue out, and he looked ugly, but it was an ugly campus.
So one of the things you're going to talk about today is like Kyle being an elevated coach, because what you saw yesterday, or you see a lot of bad coaches. So it's a Kyle appreciation day.
It absolutely
We'll
should be.
We'll see where it goes. There's no script, Steiny. I don't know what's going to happen next.
It sounds like it's going to be a lot of the shows Guru does when it comes to Kyle.
He's got this new shtick because I'm giving credit to Kyle.
No, we should probably bury Kyle. Yeah, we should come out and bury him.
No.
All the predictability that I watched on my tube yesterday, and I've already been here with Kyle. I recognize his brilliance.
Yeah.
He has this thing that somehow my rent's getting paid on my mortgage if I say something good to the Niner fan.
No, you just lose that more. You lose that if you say something bad.
There's nothing bad to say, pal.
Pal.
Look around.
What if they lose to Arizona on Sunday?
Then I'll come in here and fire off.
I mean, I will listen.
I'm not.
Friday.
Kyle Shanahan is a heck of a coach. Heck of a coach.
Okay. Willard, I know.
But
There is no but. He's a heck of a coach.
McDaniel not going for that touchdown.
I don't understand.
And
did he say in the post-game presser, we kicked it because we needed 2 possessions? I'm like,
he didn't know the score.
Don't.
He didn't know the score.
I didn't think it.
Like, for real?
Dibs, you
For
ain't
real.
going there.
No, that's what he said. He didn't know the score. He did not know the score.
Say that
No
quote.
way.
Do we have Josh McDaniels said the
No
words,
way, Dibs.
I
I
didn't
didn't
know
hear
the
that.
I'll
score?
find the tweet.
Okay.
It was basically, he said something to the effect of, I thought we were down by.
No, he said he thought his defense was playing good. They could get a stop and make it less than a 2-possession game.
I actually, you don't have to agree with it. The question is, do you understand what the thought process is? And I do.
No.
And
the Chargers, yes. Disagree with it. Understand why you're thinking, let's go for, we need 1 yard and to win the game.
Well, that was a bad one, too.
Ridiculous. But McDaniels, no. I don't,
what are you waiting on, Bud?
There's no way that the odds are in your favor to cut it to 5 and still need a touchdown.
With your defense.
And hand the ball over to the other team and think we're going to get it back and have a better chance to get a touchdown than we do right now when the end zone is, I can smell it.
Boy.
I don't even, even if you go for it and you don't get it.
I'm okay.
The worst thing is, now they've got the ball in their own zone and we still have our timeouts.
I told my madness all day.
Wait, if you get it, tell me. Explain it to me.
I understand.
What is it?
I understand your point of view.
Yeah.
My point of view is it's 4th and 4 at the 8. all teams that are in a losing position, what's their one thing they really want to do? Extend the game. If they don't get it there, it's over. So what he's thinking is, not that it's right, but he's thinking.
How is it over if they don't get it there?
They still got the timeouts that they're going to
Forget
have.
all your
after they
timeouts.
kick the three.
Here's what I think's interesting. Do we really think the Raiders are going to score and get a 2-point conversion?
Why wouldn't you?
Because
a lot
it's a better chance than
kicking a
getting the
field
ball.
goal.
Yes,
and
it
then
is.
getting the ball back deep in your own zone with no timeouts and no time.
I get it.
Still getting
and going
a
to get
touchdown.
another touchdown.
I'm not saying I
Yeah.
agree with it. I'm saying I get it.
He
I
said, quote, we needed multiple possessions. So when I said that he didn't know the score,
Yeah,
I guess I misquoted him.
Oh.
He thought that they needed multiple possessions, but in fact, 8 points is not multiple
It's not.
possessions.
It's
Wow,
not. It's
Dibs.
multiple scoring plays,
Yeah,
but you get
no.
to do it.
Sure.
You get
Nah,
to
he
do it
told
at
on
once.
himself,
Here's
though.
here's the quote. You have two choices there. You try. He did know he was down by 8. Quote: you try to make it a 5-point game where you have an opportunity to win it with the touchdown if you get the ball back, or you try to go for it there, and then if you happen to convert, then you've got to make the 2-point conversion. Thanks, Coach. Yes, that's exactly right. And
Right.
one of those is infinitely more likely than the other.
So it's either score from the 8 and then
yet-
score from the 2,
Okay.
or kick a field goal and then go 75 yards
No, you got to
and
get a
score
stop,
again.
But
then
actually-
go 75 yards.
True. No,
Right,
but there's
true.
actually
You're
a
gonna
third.
need to stop
No,
anyway.
but there's a third possibility, which is he's making it sound like you either make it a 5-point game, and then he even says if you get the ball back, or you can go for it there, and then you got to make the 2. Or, Coach, you don't get it, but you're still down by 1 score with all your timeouts.
You're down 2.
And the Steelers, no. Even
You're
if you
down 8.
don't get the touchdown,
Gotcha.
Still down 8.
Gotcha.
But the Steelers are buried inside their own 10,
man.
and you have all your timeouts and still over 2 minutes left
Right.
to go on the clock, which means you're very likely to get the ball back around midfield
man.
Yeah.
with 2 minutes to go.
Or you get the touchdown and you don't get the 2, and you still have that same
and you
situation.
kick off.
And now you're down
Yes.
2, and you could still kick a field goal to win it. It just, it's baffling. On the other side,
Baffling.
it's the Brandon Staley show of mismanagement, and
He got away with it, though.
well, I mean, I
hear you.
He
I
did.
think that he's in real trouble in terms of his long-term
He
viability.
ain't good enough for that quarterback, man.
No, he's not good enough. Period.
That
But-
was that. I mean, remember last year? I think it was against Cleveland. He did something like that, where he went for it on 4th in a wacky spot. Cleveland ended up kicking a field goal and win the game. And Keenan Allen, who was hurt, like tweeted something about just what are we doing?
No doubt.
What are we doing?
What's he doing?
Right. So we've already been through that. It
Yeah.
changed coordinators. His quarterback is absolutely crushing it, and they are this close from being 0-3.
Exactly. And just real quick, I know Steiny's getting packed up, but speaking of Cleveland, all DPOY conversations, and it's Miles Garrett.
Garrett's
if you
off.
watched yesterday,
I
that
thought you were
guy.
going to say Watt. But you going?
Dude,
watched-
Watt's also been great.
but
he's
Garrett's
been great.
kind of quiet. He ain't running away with the sack total.
Miles Garrett yesterday
did you-
absolutely ruined that game.
Did you see the penalty that got created because they had 2 tight ends that were following Miles everywhere he went? So he went to the left side, and they both ran over there, and then he moved to the right. They both ran over there, and they're like, "Wow!"
Giants need to study that for both.
Oh my gosh!
Leave them both all by himself.
No, it's a good call. He's been great.
All right, gents. Well, you have a great show
We'll be
today.
listening.
We'll catch up with you tomorrow. Go Niners.
Bye.